me tell you a story about a common law wife whose husband died and left her nothing. You heard it. He left her nothing. I'm attorney Vernita Williams. I practice in the area of probate and estate planning. And I come across some very, very hard life lessons. You know, the court can be very, very harsh when it comes to undefined relationships. So it's extremely important that you properly define your relationships when it comes to estate planning. Now, let's talk about defining relationships. We know that married is married. Don't ever get it twisted. Separated is married. Common law spouse is single. Divorced is single. And then sometimes people categorize their relationship as it's complicated, whatever that is. That probably means the two people need to get away from each other. So in defining your relationship, it is very important for you to know what are the rights of a married person or the rights of a person who's separated or not married or common law or whatever the case. Let me tell you what happened. There was a situation here where I live where a young man passed away and he owned a property. The property was in his name. He had been living with a woman for 22 years. Everybody thought this was his wife. However, he had married 25 years earlier, and he and his real wife separated, and then 3 years later he started living with the live-in girlfriend. Well, he and the live-in girlfriend attended the same church. Everybody thought they were husband and wife. He was a big leader in the church. She was a big leader in the church. And when the man passed away, everybody thought this was the wife. But before he died, the church mother used to go to the live-in girlfriend and say, I know what you're doing. It isn't right. You ain't got yourself nothing. You really need to straighten this up. So when the man died, there were a lot of problems. So the wife, after the man passed away, asked the church, would you pay for the funeral? The wife said, oh, I don't have any money. So the man had served the church well. The church paid $11,000 for the man's funeral. But by this time, the girlfriend was feeling a little uncomfortable. She knew her name was not on the deed. She had paid the mortgage for 22 years because she made the most money. So she stopped paying. This property went into foreclosure. And after the foreclosure sale, they made $50,000 from the foreclosure sale because she had been paying on the property 22 years and there was a lot of equity. Well, who do you think got the $50,000? Did the church get its $11,000 back? No. Although the church attempted to get it, the church filed a claim against the man's estate, they still couldn't get any of the $50,000 because the money was made from a homestead sale. And you don't have to use homestead money to pay bills here in Florida. But what about the live-in girlfriend? Did she get anything? She paid the mortgage 22 years. Did she get anything? Think about this. The wife and the live-in girlfriend walked behind the dead man's casket, holding hands. They walked in the church. They sat on the front pew together, holding hands and consoling each other. But when it came to that $50,000 from the sale of the homestead, who do you think got the money? I think you know. It was the wife. She got the $50,000 and she refused to share any of the money, although she hadn't made a mortgage payment in 22 years. Does this sound fair to you? Well, maybe not. But when it comes to undefined relationships, when you're not the wife, you're not the wife. There's no such thing as common law wife. So the moral of this story is, in doing your estate plan, if you are not really the wife, make sure you see an attorney and see what can be put in place to protect your interests. Maybe a last will and testament, but be careful about that, because even if you do a will with a married man with whom you are living, that still does not alleviate the rights of a wife if he has a wife. So make sure you meet with an attorney, find out your rights, find out what you need to protect yourself. We have additional information if you would like a free download on 25 things you can do to protect yourself from legal nuisances and nightmares. Please go to my website. It is vcwlaw.com. That is vcwlaw.com. There you can get 25 tips to help you avoid legal nuisances and nightmares, and a checklist of 25 things you can do to set your affairs in order. Also, if you'd like to call me and leave questions, comments, or suggestions, you may reach me at 786-831-9483. That is 786-831-9483. Thank you for listening.